Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to be doing a review of graphing inequalities and systems of inequalities and talking about that. So in this assignment they have them already graphed for you, so I'm going to be graphing it by hand up off to the side, discussing each part, and then we'll look at the answers that they have. So first of all, actually, hold on. Turn on their grid so that I actually have a grid, because that will be useful, this one. Okay. So, trying to follow the grid as well as I can. All right. So, let's first just try graphing this first one. So, this says y is less than 2/3 x plus 2. So, just like we discussed in the last video, this is your y-intercept. This is your slope. So the y-intercept is here at 2, and then the slope is up to right 3. Remember, rise over run. Up to right 3. So we're going to go up to right 3. Oops, here is our next point. Up to right 3. And so on. And then to graph the other direction, we just do the exact opposite. So it's going to be down to left 3. All right. Now, usually I would just draw a line straight through this, but this is less than, not less than or equal to. So remember, if you have less than, it is a dotted line. Oops. And you shade beneath it. And if it's greater than, it's still a dotted line, but you shade above it. If it's less than or equal to, it's a solid line. So the or equal to is what makes it a solid line, and you would shade below it. So less than, you shade below. Greater than, you shade above. Greater than or equal to would be a solid line shaded above. So that's what you're looking for when you're looking at your inequality symbol. You're saying, okay, less than tells me I'm going to shade below, and then looking whether or not it has or equal to is going to tell me if it's dotted or solid. This does not have an or equal to sign, so this is going to be dotted. It's going to be a dotted line, and I'm going to shade below. So let's do the dotted line. And don't forget your arrows. And then it's less than, so I'm going to shade below. Remember, it's not right or left, it's above or below, because if this had been negative and had faced this direction, we still would have shaded below, but it would have been on the left side. So don't think of it as this being on the right side, think of it as being below the line. Okay. Now, I'm going to switch colors because I want us to be able to see the two graphs very clearly. Let's do this graph. So this one's greater than, so I'm going to shade above when I get to that part. And it's not equal to, there's no equal to sign there, so it's going to be a dotted line. Here is my y-intercept. My slope is down for right 3. Down for right 3. So my y-intercept is here at 1. And then my slope is down for 1, 2, 3, 4. Right 3, 1, 2, 3. So down 4, right 3. Okay, And then I'm just going to go the opposite direction. So I'm going to go up 4, left 3. Up 4, left 3. Up 4, left 3. That's not 4. That's 3. So it's up here somewhere. It's off the grid. That's okay. Okay. And then it's dotted lines. So I'm going to have a dotted line going through this. Oops. Okay. Dotted line going through it. All right. And then it was greater than. So I'm going to shade above. So above this line. So if I'm anywhere on the line and going up, that puts me on this half of the graph. My solution set is this part here where the blue and the red overlap. So I have blue squiggles and I have red squiggles in this little part right here. So not this part, definitely not this part, just this part right here where my blue and my red overlap. That's my solution set. So I'm going to shade that part darker, and I'm going to change to color I haven't used yet. So I'm going to change to green just so you guys can really see. But if you're doing this like on a piece of paper with a pencil, then you can just shade it in darker. So this section, see, I'm shading this much more thoroughly, this section. This section is my solution set. So anything in this section is a solution to this system. So this point where they cross is actually not a solution because neither of these are or equal to. But even if they were equal to, it wouldn't be the only solution. The solution is this whole area, which is why when we're doing a system of inequalities, we always graph it because our solution is not one point, it's an entire area. So we always solve it by graphing. It's this whole area. So I could check it like specific points were solutions by saying, okay, for example, 5, 1, the point 5, 1. I could go, okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up 1. That's in the shaded area, so that is a solution to this. And whereas -1, -2 is not in that green area. It's in the blue area, but it's not in the green area, so that's not a solution to the system. It would be a solution to the first equation, but it's not a solution to the system because it's not in the green area. It's not in the area where they overlap. So let's look at which one of these would be our answer. So really the only difference here is the dotted or not dotted lines, dotted or solid. So as we said, they're both dotted because neither of them have or equal to. So that would be the answer, would be. Hopefully this helps, that you can jog your memory on how to graph systems of inequalities. Doing some of these Khan Academy assignments again, if you need more practice, might help, or maybe not even doing the assignment, but trying to draw it by hand and match it to the graph that they give you, because they're giving you the graphs. So if you just graphed it by hand as practice and said, oh, okay, that matches or doesn't match this, and seeing if it doesn't match, seeing where you went wrong, might be a good way to study. One more thing. I mentioned this in the last video, but I want to make sure we're all remembering this. If I have something like x greater than 4, y less than or equal to 3. If I have something that's just x or y and doesn't have all of this other stuff, then that's going to be, so if it's x is greater than 4, I'm going to go over to where x is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I'm not on the grid anymore. So where x is 4, and then straight up and straight down. Sorry, it's kind of sloppy, but this is a vertical line. Doesn't look like one, but this is a vertical line where x is 4. X is 4 all the way along this line. And then I'm saying, okay, everything greater than that. So this is the one time where it is right or left, because x increases as you go to the right and decreases as you go to the left. So if x is greater than 4, then we need to go to the right. So I would shade in this area here. For y is less than or equal to 3, I would go up to where y is 3. And then it's or equal to, so this would be a solid line. And I would go straight across and straight across. So this would be a horizontal line, perfectly flat horizontal line. And then I would shade below it, right? Less than, I would just shade below it. And my solution would be this little area right here. So hopefully we remember that. If it's x is greater than something or x is equal to something, then that's a vertical line. Y is equal to something is going to be a horizontal line. All right, hopefully that helps. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you in the next video.